right, welcome on back. I decided with much deliberation that yes, I do want to do one more episode before I go do my stuff. I need to go do some errands, but I have one more episode left. Good at rationalizing things, like Gravity Falls. It's a great show. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Hmm. Oh, shoot. Not that I'm missing a much of all that much experience from that, and maybe, okay, I was gonna say sometimes the experience can go kind of far away. All right, because yeah, there's a lot we could do here. We've got a lot of bamboo, so a lot of dandelions. There we go. And now if we want some yellow dye, we could do that. We could, yeah, change all this into dye if I can actually hit the flower. Okay. Then still, yeah, we could even make like a bamboo wall. Oh, those two just looked really close together. There. I wish it was this easy to grow plants in real life. I mean, it isn't really all that hard. It's just you need to have the equipment, the patience, the dedication to it, the time, you know. Because I grew up having a garden that was back up in the mountains, and like, yeah, and we spent a lot of time on that garden, a lot of work, a lot of time pulling weeds. Um, yeah. Yeah, let's keep filling this up. All right, now we have some dye. Oh, we could make blue dye too. Hmm. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make a bunch of blue dye. And now, let's see, purple we need red. We can make cyan if we had green. Let's see, red dye. Red dye. I think you can get that from red stone or the flowers. I mean, at least I know you can do the flowers. All right, anyways, no, we've got that. Let's cut down some trees. Let's finish building the house a little bit. Yeah, because now we have all sorts of trees growing down here. Okay. Man, they're still at it with the yard work. Sorry, I just hear another person, but anyways. That's what the HOA goes to pay for, I suppose. For those that don't know, an HOA is a homeowners association. So for those wanting to immigrate to the United States, just know that we have to pay for insurance, we have to pay for homeowners association fees, we have to pay for. I mean, so if it ever makes you think like, oh, this person has plenty of money to spare, no, those are the very wealthy people, and oftentimes the people that were born with a bunch of money. That's not the normal average American. The average American is like living paycheck to paycheck. You know, they've got a decent, like, I mean, they might have a savings, might not. Especially if they have a degree, then they probably don't have a savings, at least for the first 10 to 15 years after they graduate college. And even then, you know, so I don't know, I just find it funny. Like the little glimpses we have into other societies, like, I just wonder what people think about Americans. And it's like they see all this fancy stuff and like movie stars, and I don't know. But I think that's getting a lot better too, because I keep citing back to the Family Guy episode where the person's riding the hot air balloon, blasting like 80s music or something, and it's a joke on how long it takes for the ripple effect to kind of happen. And I don't know if that's a real thing, the ripple effect. It's just like what's trendy now in like the U.S. is, you know, it takes a while to reach the rest of the world. But now that everything's instant, trends could transfer, you know, in the matter of seconds. Like, so I just think that's just so cool. And like, uh, Anyways, it's just, yeah, YouTube is interesting. There's a lot of cool stuff on there. There's a lot of garbage too, but there's a lot of cool stuff on there. I mean, a lot of garbage too, including even on my channel. I've got those older videos that are, you know, less sound quality, and even these ones aren't the best sound quality. I mean, I could use a better mic, but one day, one day. It's not really a top priority right now. I mean, there's a lot of other things that I'm saving up for. Well, I mean, a car would be nice. I need transportation and then the house. But finally able to do all that stuff. And that's the thing, is like without a college degree, whew, good luck. I mean, and good luck doing it by yourself. Like anybody could do it with like a wife, a husband, or, you know, 5 roommates or whatever. And like, yeah, and even in your college days, a lot of college kids have 2, 3, maybe even 4 roommates. Although I say that, but Fort Collins does have a law where you can't have more than 3 people living in a house that are unrelated. So, but then they gets around like, oh, okay, well, we can still have 5 people living here as long as, you know, 2 or 3 of them are related. So, okay, so then you get into certain situations where if you have a situation like that, then you have a lot cheaper thing, and it's a lot easier, a lot less friction living with someone that you know already versus living with a complete stranger. I mean, and it is ridiculous. Like college, granted, like there is a lot of setup for it, and you know, it's definitely not their first rodeo. So every time they pair up a bunch of kids, but there are so many problems, like just, you know, fights break out, people eating each other's food, stealing stuff, like, you know, it's terrible because you're just inviting some random people, and the reason a lot of that is because of accountability. Like this isn't somebody that you grew up with. This isn't somebody that anybody from your hometown knows or cares about. Like, so if you were to wrong them, it's less, not saying I have, like I've just been on the receiving end of some pretty bad roommate situations, but, and maybe, yeah, I wasn't the best roommate in other situations too, I'm sure, but like at least, I don't know, and you see a lot of that happen too. Oh, I went way over here. That was where we were chopping down trees. Let's keep it going though. And then we can just grab a bunch of saplings and come over here and just plant a bunch more, so it's not that big of a deal. And replenishing things. See, this all kind of ties back into human or Earth's resources. Like if you cut down a tree, plant another tree. You know, if you're going to use the materials, well, that almost looked like a thick tree, like, because I don't think you can plant acacias 2 by 2 and get the thick trees. It's just not how they grow. Okay. Ooh, what's all this? Okay, cool. Nice. Anyways, and actually, I believe, yes, we have some saplings. So even before we leave the area, we can, you know, run around, plant more trees, leave it better than we found it. And that's the other thing too. Like if you find a place that doesn't have a lot of life, like that's something that we could be doing. We always think about like all the dangerous things or the damaging things we do to the environment. What about like finding a place, like adding water to it, growing a few plants and stuff, providing more shade and more habitat for natural animals, like and wildlife? Why don't we see more of that? Like if you just see like a place there where there's not a lot of life there, and granted, you have to make sure that there's not a lot of life there because one thing about animals is they are nomadic. They move around, and so well sometimes. I mean, not all of them. That's not fair to say, but like a lot of animals, they will move around, or their area of where they live is kind of, you know, quite large because they wander around, they go hunt, they or gather or whatever they do to survive. In fact, we even replenished some of the ones up here. But anyways, yeah. So it's not just enough to reverse all the damage that we're doing as people on the earth. We also should be thinking about how can we increase the quality of life for all of Earth's inhabitants, you know? Like imagine that we take a desert, so we pretty much think like deserts have like very little to no life, and the life that they do have could probably survive if like some water was added to the situation or more plants. I mean, really, like if anything, animals would start evolving more to be like um, accepting of multiple climates. I mean, thriving, really. Also, I noticed we have some sugarcane. And we haven't even gotten started to like, we're just like cutting down a bunch of wood, getting ready for the project. But let's go ahead and, anywhere that, let's see, you can do all of this. Oops. I keep seeing that. Eventually I might want to go like remove that, but it's okay for now. Oops. So if I ever need plant matter, like say I want to get a, you know, bone meal generator going, and actually I should circle this whole lake so I just see it whenever I'm running around. Be like, oh yeah, there's stuff over here. Because I'll do that. I'll forget an entire farm and then stumble across it, or an entire area where I'm growing something. And we've got a whole bunch more. 42, nice. The meaning to life. Now, really, that is the meaning to life. Leave things better than you found it. I mean, and if you're not sure, leave it alone. And that is an important caveat, like, because you can't just go and think that you're improving things. Oh, hey, little baby cow. Okay, still had plenty. Kind of make it easier to like walk around, even though you can only plant them here, here, and here. That's fine. So, all right. So we have sugarcane. We've got more acacia trees coming. We've got yeah, stacking some of logs. We can at least replace that dirt block. It's looking like some kind of 70s house. Let's see. Planks. Dye. Uh-huh. Let's do... Hmm. Oh. Oh, I need more glass. That's what it is. I was like, I want one stack of blue. So there we go. We've got a stack of blue, stack of yellow, which means then we can put back the excess glass. And, well, the lapis is really more of like a valuable. Even though it is only good for casting, it is still used for casting and dyes. That's the only thing that I can think of. And maybe the armor shaders. I haven't really figured out what the deal is with the armor shaders is yet, or something. Oh, whoops. Well, let's put some of the, well, oh yeah, we don't need that. There we go. Okay, because what I was thinking of, let's at least get rid of that. Yeah, let's at least make it this. I was thinking about planks, but that's fine. I'm gonna fall. Yep. Oh. I forgot. We didn't really handle that well. So, let's actually... What? Why is there lightning here? There's no clouds. Alright, There. We shall forever have to do this. Actually, no. That's right. Because I like this as like another way up. It's just kind of built into the... In fact, while I'm thinking about it, we should change that to stairs. Oh, except that might look funny. Yeah. It's gonna have that little thing peeping out. Never mind. Alright, so take that back. And then, so keep those as that. There we go. So it still looks a little funny, because like it's in front of that window. But this is a much easier way to walk up. Oh, now this could be like a patio. Here, let's actually do some of that. Okay. Yeah, like 5 out. Like, I wonder how close it can be. It has to be 1, 2, 3 blocks away. Or no, because even that, as I say that, that was where it was, right? Yeah, it was right here. So that was where the fire was. So 1 block away. So it can jump 1 block. So I'm just thinking, like, for the rest of this, that's already kind of a weird thing. And that's going to be like a window wall or something. I don't know. Then we can do. Oh. And then really, we could do. Ah. Messing up. Oh well. We're almost there. And now we have a choice of, do we want fence posts? Let's see what fence posts look like. We can either do fence posts or solid blocks for kind of like a support here. Ooh, already I know I don't like that. Unless, well, let's see what it looks like. We could put another slab to make that just the corner block be that. And that would actually look kind of cool. Because then it'd be like the old columns and like Greco-Roman type of architecture. There we go. Just because I don't like how fences look when they're up against something. So. Here we go. Oh. Okay. Ah. There we go. So that actually looks pretty cool. Like it's kind of like a support. It's starting to look like houses that I've seen like in the real world. It's a pretty nice house. Like, I mean, pretty large. But anyways, yeah. So you have a porch, and it has a basement. You can go upstairs to the. I don't know. And I'm hesitant to do things like fences. Although I will. Mm, there we go. Mm. I was thinking like just kind of like a railing or a balcony type thing. So this would be okay with like fences, kind of. But you would need this. And then also you got to be careful. There we go. So that way it just looks like more uniform. So like the support posts are kind of like in there. They could have like a border of that, but they're still supporting the main. Like it looks engineeringly sound. Kind of. I mean, those are pretty thin posts for the weight that it's supporting, but still, it is just a game. Then, I would say you'd want like a thicker wall for here. because this is more of like a building. And you could, well, I was gonna say we could extend it out that way and just sort, but no, this is more of a vertical construction. So we're just staying. It's like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fall, but oh no, is it 2 over? No. For a second there, it looked like that wasn't gonna line up. All right. No, we need that to be included, so maybe do like that. Then you could do, actually, it is kind of, I think the corners should be solid, and then, there we go. Yeah, that looks better. And then you could even do, like, kind of like that. Yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, I can't do that. So now do I want like this to be like that? Yeah, I think so. There. So then it's a covered patio. And we could still even do like glass. Although that might look a little weird. We could do glass in here. Okay, you know what, guy? Just trying to come sell me your wares. Let's see. I was gonna say that's another thing we can do. Is let's grab as much of this as we can. Whoops. See how close we can get to a stack. Okay. And then go out here. We can continue it. Like, it does look a little ridiculous, but it is really good for bone meal. So if you need something until you have crops, planting just a ton of this, it just takes a few seconds, and then over time, like while you're building or something, it'll keep growing, and you don't have to worry about it. It's much easier than growing crops, but there's only so many uses for it too. So, but it is plant matter, and it can be ground up into bone meal. Composted really is the idea behind bone meal. And let's see, we kind of need. Let's say we kind of need to take some of these leads, so maybe this should be. Oh, yes. Hmm. You're free, llama. Okay. Oh, but that's another thing. The camel. They only had the one camel. That'd be kind of messed up if I went and just stole their one camel. So I should see if I can breed camels, and then if they do, I'm guessing they take wheat. So, yeah, whatever. Um, So that just means that we need to make more crops. Although, let's go ahead and take this llama. So my thinking is, oh, if the llama can fit through the door. Okay. It's a little interior decorating. Actually, look at what that could be like, and then... Oh, whoops, no. There we go. I'm probably trashy. Yeah, because that doesn't even look like... It looks like the door is open. Like, it would be cooler if it was, like, one space higher, but that's fine. This can be a pretty boring building for now. Oops. That kind of looks interesting. I don't know. It's all kind of weird. And it's all because of just a little stutter step. Oh, that's time. All right, and I gotta go do some things. So until next time, everybody. Well, actually, let's go ahead and fix this real quick too, because this just looks bad. All right, make it look like the rest of the porch. So there we go. Now we have a nice vista of everything. And then if it's all rainy and stuff, we could even keep that uncovered or covered or whatever. We can put glass in here so then you can have a nice vista this way. And then you can just kind of see all the different ways. Because, you know, you can enjoy all the areas. Whereas down here, you still can, but the windows are a little more, so you can kind of get like a glimpse of it, like a preview of what's out there. Then you could run up here if you need to, really get a better look at something. Then Geronimo! All right. Until next time, everybody, have a great day. I'm A-Rye, and I'll see you later. Ta-ta.